What's going on? This is your old pal CHH. Today, it's always fun when we get to talk about a movie that's just a classic, especially one that's, well, I feel like everybody loves this movie, right? I mean, what's not to love about Phantasm? One of the greats. You know, I look at Phantasm as a movie that it's on the Mount Rushmore of 70s horror, but you have to kind of peer through some of the forefront people to get to Phantasm, but I think it's up there for sure. Like I think Phantasm is as well made of a caliber movie as, you know, your Halloweens and Aliens in different ways, but still legendary. Like one of the things about Phantasm I don't think anybody will disagree with is the soundtrack is phenomenal. I mean, it's iconic. It's as soon as you hear it, you know what it is. And I mean, rest in peace to the great Angus Scrimm. I actually got to be in a room with him. I didn't meet him, but he was doing a convention. One of my first conventions I ever went to in 2014. He was still a life force. I mean, he was still, he commanded the room. And when Angus Scrimm was in the room, everybody stopped because he was looked at as just an icon. I mean, an absolute icon. I gotta look into this. I wonder if Donald Pleasance and Angus Scrimm ever did a movie together. If they did, that'd be wicked cool. And the reason I just say that is because, you know, they're two guys that really became absolute icons in the horror genre in their later ages. So, I don't know. I'd have to look into that to find out. But what we're talking about today is something that I forgot existed. I forgot who showed me this, but it was months and months ago. And then Diabolic DVD, which at the recording of this episode right now, they still have 10 left in stock on sale for $30. It was $30.99 or $31.99, no higher than $31.99. But they had this limited edition media book of Phantasm 1 on 4K UHD. And when I saw it, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to review this. I want to get this. I'm going to review this. Now, that is not a super cheap price, but comparatively to new stuff that comes out on 4K, this is competitive. This is a sale price. I'm gonna be safe and say $31.99 was the price. It could have been $30, but I know it was no more than $31.99. But when I saw it, I was like, I gotta get that. I gotta review that. I gotta talk about that. And so if you want to know where to get it on sale, get it there, because I think Orbit has it too, but there was $44. Diabolic has it on sale. So this is Phantasm 1 on 4K. Now, I just reviewed Silent Night, Deadly Night, so in case you never watched that review, it's fine, but I just want to say this to be safe. The 4K disc is region-free. It plays fine in my 4K player. Now, if you're asking yourself, what do you mean? Well, apparently, the 4K for Silent Night, Deadly Night is not playing in, you know, UK 4K players or Australian 4K players or New Zealand 4K players. It's only playing in American 4K players. In essence, the 4K disc is locked. I'm hoping this is not a normal occurrence ever again, but I just want to be safe and let you guys know that the 4K does in fact play in the player. The Blu-ray and DVD are a different story, but we'll get to that. Before I even talk about the movie, guys, let's just look at this. Let's look at this together. I love that artwork. That is really cool. I wonder if that's Justin Osborne. I don't see a name, but I feel like that's him. Maybe it's Devin Whitehead. I'm not sure, but I love it. Don Coscarelli's Phantasm. You can see the tall man right there. Really, really great. So when you open it up, this is the first thing you'll see. Play On Pictures. There you go. Great shot of A. Michael Baldwin. We'll flip through the pages. Obviously, this is not in English, so you can't understand any of this, so I'll just go to a page that has pictures. It's weird how the media book really caught on overseas in other territories, but in America, media books are, you know, nobody seems to be interested in them. This is cool. Look at this. They show foreign posters for Phantasm. Oh, I'm sorry, I get my finger out the way. That's really cool. All right, guys, let's see. There's some pictures right there. I don't want to miss anything, just so I can let you know. If I'm flipping the page and you're not seeing it, it's because it's just text. Okay? Alright, well, we're getting there. Alright, here's a shot of Michael getting out of the casket at the funeral home. And there's an awesome shot of Angus Scrimm. Very, very cool. And there's the back page right there. Awesome. And there's one last shot of them in the mausoleum. So it's a 3-disc release. You've got a 4K, you've got a Blu-ray, which has the movie, and a few special features, and you have the DVD, which has all the special features. So let's talk about the picture quality, of course. Phantasm on 4K. So I will say that I was really happy with the 4K of Phantasm. If you're a grain lover, you'll be happy. It's not overtly, doing this on the screen with the grain, but you can definitely see some great natural film grain, which I say I'm a fan of. People make me feel really weird for saying that, and maybe it's true, but I just feel like it's authentic when you see film grain. So I like it. What can I say? But it was pretty nice on this. So the quality on this was really, really good. The only thing I would say overall about this 4K is there are few moments in the film, not to where the picture quality looks bad, but it kind of drops maybe 10% in quality. But little moments here and there, like one quick shot between a moment in a scene or something like that. Now, I can't say that that's necessarily from this remaster. I think it may be more so just from the filmmaking. And if that's the case, then so be it. But it was few and far between, just little moments, 2 or 3 seconds long, like a moment out of a scene where you'll see a shot where it just is like, wait a minute. Not necessarily jarring and not necessarily uneven, but like when I watch this, and I know I'm going to review it, I kind of hyper fixate on the quality as I'm watching it. So I wanted to do a little bit of research, and I found this cool website where they actually show the tech specs on this 4K. And the cool thing about that website is you could actually compare it to the text of previous releases. Now, here's the thing. This is the release I'm comparing it with because this is what I have. The Phantasm box set, which I still love. But this 4K is just a 1080p. I don't even think this was necessarily any sort of 4K upscale of Phantasm on the original Blu-ray release. Now, I think on the Sphere collection that Best Buy did after that, they did actually do some higher restoration stuff for the movies. I know Part 2, I think, had a 4K restoration uncut on there. So that's what I was comparing it to, and I was looking at the specs on that website, and this definitely has a extremely higher bitrate compared to the WellGo USA original box set version of Phantasm. And then subsequently I put that version on the TV, and yeah, like you'll notice a vast difference. So this is a good looking 4K. I was happy with it by most accounts. Like I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. And I'm going to chalk it up to those little moments here and there, to whatever the way it was filmed or however they did that. Because, I mean, the way the movie looks, especially when you see Michael in front of the mausoleum hiding out where he sees the tall man, it looks so good. If and when America does this, it'll probably be identical to the way this one looks from start to finish. On that basis alone, I could see somebody already wanting to get this. The problem lies with this. If you happen to own the release of Phantasm that is either the newer release, which is a 1 and 2 pack of Phantasm, where they had the 4K scans of the movies, or if you have the white box set, which if I tell you this, if I had that set, I think I probably would have held off on it, because it's a bigger picture quality jump, I think, from the old set that I have, obviously, but it's going to be a lot more competitive spec-wise and all that if you have the white box set with the Sphere that came out. So that's something, if you have that, I'd be honest with you, I would probably hold off, because I don't know what WellGo's doing. To me, it seems like a no-brainer to do a 4K box set of these movies, or at least do a 4K of the first 2 movies right now. They haven't. But I'll say this, to get this release at a respectable price, really, for $30, $31 for this import media book, I think that's pretty cool. So I'm happy I got it, and I'm happy to talk about it. But let's go look at the Blu-ray disc and the DVD disc and see what kind of features that they have on those. So guys, the Blu-ray disc is absolutely region locked, but on here, if you are interested in this, you'll see you got deleted scenes, photo gallery, trailer. That's the original trailer on the left, and then the remastered Blu-ray version trailer on the right. Okay, guys, so on the DVD, which is also region locked, I just want to show you what the extras are. Interview with Don and Angus. The Angus Scrim Convention, I think that was the old Fangoria one. but that's been on other releases for sure. Home movies, Super 8 stuff, the Graveyard Cars episode, a Fangoria commercial, Australian promos, TV spots, radio spots, the song Sitting Here, where when Reggie comes into the, the song, his acoustic is way louder than the other guy's guitar, and the disco theme. So that's the bonus DVD disc. Phantasm on 4K. Like I said, at the time of recording this, there's 10 available on Diabolic on the sale price of $31.99. I did look it up while I did an edit right there. So if you want to pick that up, guys, go for it. If you want to wait, totally get it. Please wait, and hopefully Wellgo or somebody, maybe Arrow, will do a 4K box set, because I think Arrow has the rights to those movies in their territories, in the UK and all that. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Especially if you're just a fan of the first movie, this is a good-looking 4K. I think you'll be pretty damn happy with it, and you'll like the release. I mean, it's a very, very cool-looking release. So we'll see what happens, guys. Maybe Arrow will do a 4K box set down the road, and for most of you guys, I could see you wanting to wait. But if you're interested, guys, check it out. I paid for this, not a sponsored or anything review, and I just wanted to talk about it. I thought it was really cool, guys. So there's Phantasm on 4K UHD.
Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.